And done. Alright, the review for Twilight Princess HD is done. Man, I'm glad I got this game ready for free.
Oh yeah, keep flexing. You got it for free. You know we have another one reserved, right?
You know what, you're right. We should do something with it, right? I mean, we already have one.
Bro, like really, what's wrong with you? Of course we gotta do something with it. You know, I'm thinking what you're thinking, right?
Hey guys, HMK here. Before I get to the review of Twilight Princess HD, I just want to say, in celebration of the review and the release of the game, I'm giving away a free copy of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD along with the Wolf-Link Amiibo. And here's how you can enter. By subscribing to HMK, rating the video, commenting something about the review in the comment section below, and sharing the video using the hashtag TPHDHMK giveaway. The winner will be selected sometime when the game releases around March 4th or the weekend. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. What's up, Zelda fanatics, and welcome to the HMK review of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. You wanted it, you got it. But first of all, I have to say that Nintendo of America, my good friends at Nintendo of America, have provided me with a free review copy to feature on my channel. With that out of the way, let's get into the review. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this remake since it was first revealed. Well, this review seeks to silence most of the concerns a lot of fans have about it. Is this the definitive version of Twilight Princess? Absolutely. Does it fix all the problems the original had? Some of them. Are the graphics the same? No. Twilight Princess HD definitely has some marked improvements, but despite it still having problems from the original, new additions to the game nearly eclipses all of them to make this game worth your time and money. Since this is a remake of Twilight Princess that graced the Wii and the GameCube 10 years ago, everything going into this game is already public knowledge, which includes the story, the gameplay, and the sound, all of which are amazing. It's a common argument on which is the darker game, Twilight Princess or Majora's Mask, but I have to say they both have their own individual levels of dark. Majora's Mask is more twisted on a mental level, while Twilight Princess deals with more serious and mature themes. The story follows Link thrust into a war between light and shadow in which he must save Hyrule from the Twilight along with the help of Midna. The combat is still one of the most refined you'll find in a Zelda title, and the soundtrack is on point as always. That being said, this is a remake, a remaster, whatever, and this review will mainly target the new additions and changes to the game. Now, first things first, I gotta address the elephant in the room. The question everyone's asking, are the graphics really better and are they that much better? I can tell you right now with a straight face that the trailers of this game do not do it justice. It's something you're gonna have to sit down and play for yourself. Yes, the graphics are better and they are hella better. Though Hexacore made Wind Waker HD more vibrant and played to its colorful design, Tantalus made Twilight Princess HD pop and crisp with an extraordinary amount of detail and cleanup, sometimes to the point where it's unnecessary. The graphical rehaul truly shows in places like the Temple of Time. I mean, look at that detail, reflective layers, additional molding, and clarity. By God! And also the character models are a great example of the improved graphics. All of this was done while keeping the game's thematic image intact. With this game, Tantalus truly made me a believer, just like Hexacore did with Wind Waker HD. However, since the game does translate to HD, there are some graphical slip-ups that I did notice, and some weird outcomes to cutscenes since this game is in HD and we can see everything clearly, as you can see right here. Although these are a bit weird, they're minimal and do not detract from the experience whatsoever. Oh, and for all you guys saying that Twilight Princess HD looks the same, it doesn't. Please, give that shit a rest. Go play the original and then play this. Only then you will truly see that Twilight Princess, the original version, was a muddy and blurry ass game compared to this. Everything is so clear, it pops, and the color is the right consistency. Trust me, there is a difference and it's huge. Now let's talk about additions and changes to the gameplay. This game features full Wii U support, including Pro Controller and Gamepad, and both feel great, but personally I prefer the Gamepad because you have access to all your items, the map, and it has the gyroscope motion controls, which feel great. Also, which is a godsend, you can tap an area on the gamepad. It's a little button in the top right corner. You can tap that to instantly transform to a wolf or a human on the fly. You don't have to talk to Minna anymore, which took up a lot of time. It's something small, but it goes a long way.
Twilight Princess was never a game that had huge issues in the combat department or progression flow. However, Twilight Princess HD has some slight adjustments that makes the game flow a lot better than before. Link climbs and swims faster, loading times are a bit faster as well, and there are less tears of light to collect in each one of the Twilight Realm missions. These changes may seem small, but they go a long way for those who want to keep it in action. One issue that I did have with a change is with controlling Epona. Nintendo claimed they made her mechanics better, but there are moments where she felt unresponsive when I was riding her. What was weirder is that in hero mode, I had no problems controlling her as I did in the original version.
Now, for some questions that a lot of people's been asking. Did they fix the damage scaling? No. Did they improve the bosses and enemies' AI and the way that the battles go out? Yes and no. For the bosses and the enemies, I've noticed that the AI is a bit more faster, they react faster, and they move faster. Other than that, they're relatively untouched. And yes, Ganondorf still looks at the fish rod hook. They left that in the game. Yeah, so that's still there. But don't worry, Nintendo planned to offset this easy barrier with some pretty cool additions. This includes hero mode, yes, the hero mode that we all know and love. When you play the game in hero mode, the entire map is flipped and you take double damage and no hearts will appear on the map. This isn't like Wind Waker HD's hero mode where you can switch on the fly because the whole game will start with an inverted map. This does add an ample amount of difficulty due to the absence of hearts. But if you want to kick it up a notch even more, you can add a further challenge by tapping the Ganondorf Amiibo. Genie. This stacks another double damage onto your already double damage on hero mode for 4 times the damage. This addition will add enough difficulty to those who thought Twilight Princess was too easy, and then mix this with a 3-heart challenge, you're in for a bad time. Speaking of a bad time, if you're ever in a pinch, you can tap Link or Toon Link to replenish your arrows, or you can tap Zelda or Sheik to replenish your hearts. However, these amiibos can only be used once per day, but Genie can be used repeatedly without limits. So for people who are gluttons for punishment, you got this to look forward to. Another addition you'll find in the game are stamps, which are scattered all over Hyrule. They're used for Miiverse posting. It's a bit trivial, but it's a nice and appreciated addition for Miiverse posting and collectors. And another grand addition is the Cave of Shadows.
The Cave of Shadows can only be accessed by using the Wolf Link amiibo on the menu screen, as it's not an accessible dungeon on the map. It's a 40-floor gauntlet style offering that you can play only as Wolf Link, with no hearts appearing on the map, and your progress and score can be recorded onto the Wolf Link amiibo that will tally up damage taken, hearts remaining, amiibo used, max combos, and time. If you beat the cave with the Giant's Wallet, you'll get the Colossal Wallet, which holds 1 rupee shy of 10 grand.
It's a nice and cool arcade-like offering that's meant to be played over and over again, which is to supplement the game. And no, it's not just like the Cave Ordeals. Trust me, it's not. And remember, the data you get from the Wolf Link amiibo can transfer over to Zelda Wii U. And now we come to the problems, and yes, Twilight Princess HD has them. I've already talked about how Epona feels kind of weird when you control her, and the slight graphical slip-ups that are minimal, but something else is that the music in Twilight Princess HD is not reorchestrated or reworked, which is a damn shame. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Wind Waker HD's music was reworked for the release, and that's a standard I have to hold it to. I'm not saying that the game sounds bad, no, it's the same MIDI tracks that we heard before in the regular Twilight Princess, but it's just optimized for HDMI output. Other than that, and some of the issues that followed Twilight Princess HD from the original, this game is a shining example of a remaster that has a great ample amount of additional content and a fresh coat of paint, but it doesn't lose its way of what made it great in the first place. Twilight Princess HD did not fix all the problems the original had, but the changes and additions that it did get made this better than the original, and that's why The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD gets a 9.75 out of 10. If you are a Zelda fan and or a Wii U owner, then you must have this game in your library. And that was my Twilight Princess HD HMK review. If you liked the review, please rate the video, comment what you think, and share this with all your Zelda fanatics. The game releases March 4th, 2016. And Until then, until next Zelda video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.